What it do, what it do, what it do. All my beautiful butterflies out there, divine feminine. If you read the title of this video, you will know that it's not a reading. Either I'm about to vent, I'm about to tell my story time, whatever you want to call it. I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. Me being a black woman, I am tired of this fucked up system. Confirmation. And if you're Caucasian, if you're European, and you're one of my followers or one of my subscribers, I suggest that you do not watch this video. This video, I mean, you know, well, I won't say that because it's some of you that is not even black that's going through some of the same shit. And the crazy thing is, I started doing tarot readings, well, oracle readings. I started off doing oracle readings. And the whole time I've been doing these readings, I'm reading them from a karmic partner point. I will read it from the collective and the karmic as being their boyfriend of their girlfriend. But as I've been going back looking at some of the videos that I've been putting out, a lot of it resonates with what the white man is doing to the black race. A lot of jealousy, narcissistic, greedy, stingy. And so I started writing down some things. Now, from my experience, I'm 59 now, and from the age of 28, I was being attacked. I am creative. I did things in my past where I wanted to open my own business, have my own shop, but because of these motherfuckers that somebody gave them permission to tell people what they can do and what they can't, they greedy, they got to get their part of it. I wanted to start my own business, but you have to have a license. Whatever you make that's your creativity, this motherfucking government wants some of it. And then the crazy thing, these sacks of shit, they're the one who's producing the money. And that was just another way for them to attack you, basically, to take away your heritage. They give you some fake ass money, because money it ain't nothing. It's things that you have, you accumulate in life, that these motherfuckers want to take away. That's a confirmation. So go on and get your coffee. Go get your tea. Go get your weed. Because I'm damn sure about to light up. And I'm about to tell you, basically, now that I look back on things in my life, from being the age 22, damn, from the age 22 up to 59. From the age when I was actually the age of 22, I was born and raised in a church, a Baptist church. Now, that Christianity shit, that white Jesus shit, it was all a setup for black people. Now, the black people are being targeted, but it's the white race, the Caucasian people that have had children with black people, in a relationship or had sex with black people, they're no longer considered pure. Now, this gonna make somebody mad, but when you think about it, when you really think about it, back in the day, in the 16 and 1700s, them palm color people was only, it was inbreeding, incest, cousins marrying cousins. And you wonder why this world is fucked up, because it's ran by a bunch of inbreeds. And that's why, see, when they're talking about the reptilians and the lizards and shit, the way I see it spiritually, the lizards is the white people. Okay? And I'm tired of seeing it popping up on my algorithm where black people are being killed behind these fucking snakes. They're evil. They don't care about nobody but them goddamn self. Okay? I've been a victim many times of this white supremacy shit. And when it comes to your family, it all boils down to greedy motherfuckers. Confirmation. So I've been pulling cards, right? And I'ma just, I feel that when I started reading cards, I noticed that when I read cards about how people are out here stealing houses from you, how they're raising the rent, how everything is going high, it's all white people. And they got the Chinese people following them. Okay? In my neighborhood, it's really no black-owned businesses out here. And the businesses that was ran by Chinese, they done sold them to the Indians. Black people ain't getting no break. When we open business, you got to have a business license. And all of these other people from foreign countries, they come out here and they get these business licenses, they get loans, they get government assistance to open their own businesses and all of that shit. But let a black person go in there. I wanted to open my own ice cream business. You got to have a license. But who gave these people licenses to give you a license? Oh, I forgot. They're great grandpappies. Them colonizing motherfuckers. And again, if you white and you watching, maybe you should click off. Because I'm about to do a reading. And I said I wasn't, but I'm going to. And see, I'm a victim of this shit. My father left the house to me and my family. And that white man, my brother, he's contaminated because he done laid down with two of them. He done laid down with two devils and produced two seeds from two devils. That's the way I see it. He laid down with two white women. Okay? And them seeds, them my nieces, there's the seeds of them great white crazy inbred motherfuckers. So their minds is messed up. And yes, the ones, my nieces that are biracial, they crazy. I mean, it's like something is not right with them. And it's like that black side is going against, they black in one way and they white in another way. Okay? Some of you may resonate with that. And it's like homes are being taken. Homes that your father built. All of these people is on the street homeless because these real estate agents, these mortgage companies, these banks, all ran by white motherfuckers. Okay? And then, back in the day in where is it at? In Louisiana, where black people, Black Wall Street and all of that good shit, they burnt them down. And then, our black people is out here worshiping this cross that they burned. They made your grandmother and your grandfather go to church. They made them learn or listen. They don't want you to learn. And this is why they're systematically targeting black people. Now, I can't speak for nobody else, but I can speak for myself. I went, when I'm in Long Beach, it's so many different things where I wanted to start my own business. I paint statuary, black statuary. I wanted to start my own business. I sell ice cream and ices and shit. I wanted to start my own business. I know how to do hair. I wanted to start my own business, but you got to go through these motherfuckers. You got to have their license. You got to go to their doctors. All of the medicine that they're putting out there for us is killing us. The foods that they're selling in the stores is killing us. And then they kick you out of their house, out of your house, with your parents or your grandparents or your great-grandparents, the land and the property. They'll take that shit from you, and then they'll build some HOA shit. Still under some slavery shit. And black people, if you going and you purchasing into that HOA shit, you dumb than a motherfucker. What I think that black people need to do is get some land of their own. Black Americans. Because we're being targeted. I'm sick and tired. Confirmation. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of us having to go to other people to get what we need. And they shut down, or they have these the police, racist motherfuckers. The courts. When I went to court to try to save my father's house that was left to me and my brother, because I didn't have the money to pay for an attorney. They didn't want to see my receipts where I paid the mortgage for 10 years. They didn't want to see that because I didn't have a white attorney to represent, so that attorney can get some money off of the house that my father left. You see how that shit works? They're all in cahoots to fucking together. And you know, it's not only black people that's suffering from it, but black people was the target. Okay? So again, if you know, all of the Karen shit, how these motherfuckers is, these white bitches and these white motherfuckers is going around basically wanting black people, Asian people, Filipino people to show them their motherfucking papers where they're not supposed to live in that HOA shit, or they're not supposed to live in a white, you know, predominantly white area. But they got good jobs, they work hard for their money. But you got these motherfuckers who done got HOA, done got received property that is rightfully these other races, black people mainly. And they come in. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing the AI putting it out here on Facebook on how these motherfuckers is. I be wishing and hoping to run into one of them. You inbreeded motherfuckers. That's why you crazy and you make all of these, you know, fucked up rules. And then you lie to the world. You keep shit hidden. That's why they motherfucking asses is, you know, when the Bible, this is what I think, when the Bible says, you know, when they saying it won't be water, but it'll be fire next time, fire for them. That's why you see their asses confirmation. That's why they burning up. That's why their skin is bubbling and cracking up, because they're being revealed. And then I went to look for that movie, They Live. Now, a few weeks ago, I watched that shit here on YouTube for free. And now that things is being, you know, exposed, They live, you gotta pay for it. They want money for everything. And that's the truth. For the love of money is the root of all evil. So you know who's the one that got the ones that got the money? Who's the one who made the money? Who's the one who's producing the money? Who's the one who's printing the money? And now they're taking it into technology. This world is ran by some fucking crazy inbred white people that goes beyond Trump's stinking shitty ass. Shit is coming to an end for these people. So, for me to do this reading, Holy Spirit, I ask you to show me what is the energy going on between Shay Whitey and Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I was kicked out of my house. I've been wanting to open my own business. You can't trust these motherfuckers to tell them what your creative idea is, because they'll turn around and they'll steal it. Colonizers. Say for instance, like when it comes to the land. You buy a piece of land. Who did you pay for that land? Where did they get that land from? Who told them that it was their land for them to sell it to you? That's where the banks and the mortgage companies come in. That's where they set you up. They'll start sending you them loans in the mail, or you can get a loan on your house for so-and-so. They'll put your bills up high to make you wanna, fall for their little scam. That's how my mother lost her house. Oh, they presented her with a $200,000 mortgage check or something to help her pay off this and help her to pay off that. She fell for it. They'll colonize, they'll steal, they'll claim, and they'll claim the land that's free. Who told them that they own that land? That's what I want to know. Who told these motherfuckers that they can go to fucking Spain or they can go to Africa and claim some shit? Who told them that? They great-grandpappy went and went to the Americas talking about they discovered black people. They discovered everybody else. They discovered black people, but they didn't discover how to wash their nasty, stinking ass. And then they'll turn around and talk about black women with weaves and shit in their hair. They need to shut the fuck up. And my black sisters out there that's wearing the weaves and you got the wig on and all that. Don't let these motherfuckers come in here talking about, at least your weaves is clean. At least y'all wash y'all wigs and shit. Them motherfuckers was putting wigs on their hair and they ain't even gotta have wigs. They got fucking lice in their hair. They nasty asses. And I ain't never wanted, but I'm sick and I'm tired of these nasty inbred motherfuckers with their crazy ass shit running the fucking world. Damn. buy a house and you got a motherfucker where you worked for that money to buy that house. And when you buy that house, you can buy the land, you can buy the property, but you got a motherfucker who, well, no, let me say, you got a motherfucker who will buy some land. Some land that they grandpappy stole from your grandpappy. That your grandpappy worked hard for. They stole it. They get free money. They print up the free money because they got the print machines. So they print up all of this money and they give they families and they offsprings bundles and bundles of gold, what they done stole. You buy a house and they tell you what to do with it. They'll set stupid ass fines. You buy a house on some land that was stolen from you, and then these motherfuckers will tell you if you don't have your trash can in by 2 o'clock, you're going to get a $250 fine. Or you'll have a motherfucker out there, they so mad that a black person was able to buy back a piece of what land that belongs to them, that they just ignorant and want to start scrolling past your house. They ain't burning crosses in front of your house. They'll come out and park their shit in front of your house. Park up on your land. Fuck with your kids. Then, they'll get all of the whiteys in that area. Oh, they'll start working through your kids. Inviting your kids. Black people, don't trust them. Stop sending your kids to them. To their birthday parties and they slumber parties and they camping and boat shit and all of that. Fuck them and all of that bullshit. They want to live high in houses on mountains and shit. And that's why that shit is falling down. They want to live close to the beaches. That's why they shit is getting flooded. Now they trying to go underground and that shit gonna fall in on their ass. Cave in on their motherfucking asses. Then they want to go to the moon. And we all know that they ain't never been there. They greedy. They will take your land where they grandpappy stole. I'm speaking from from experience. I know for a fact my mother had some property that was worth $1.3 million in fucking Louisiana. My mother is a native from Louisiana, and my ancestors are Choctaw Indians. It's a lake in Louisiana. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a lot of minerals on that lake. It's a lot of oil on that land. And why do you think Hurricane Katrina, all of the floods and all of that shit is going through them southern towns like that? That's because you got these motherfucking whiteys that knows how to fuck with the weather. The scientists, they'll use the other races that's smarter than them to do their dirty work, to target us. And that's how the other races, they get involved. So if I was you, I wouldn't buy into buying no HOA shit. What my race needs to do is get together and buy our own fucking land. Okay? We need to come together, get our own land. If somebody that's black or colored, people of color, Now that they're turning against African Americans, no, not African Americans, what they call it, basically us that is entitled to be here. Somebody needs to either, just buy a whole bunch of land, and all of my black people, since they want us to leave, we can't go back to Africa because we ain't from there. Confirmation. So we need to just buy up a portion of the U.S. land and give it our own name, like them white boys is doing. And we can all of our businesses and take away all of that fucking laws and shit, insurance, house insurance, and this and that, and you gotta pay for this, and run it the way we want to run it, not the way they want, where they'll be getting their portion off of our hard-earned work and money. I'm sick and tired, and I'm sick and tired. I'm tired and sick of the shit. I'm tired of us not being able to have our own businesses. Black people is the ones, we don't really have no businesses. But all in our neighborhood, all in my neighborhood, it ain't nowhere where I live that have your own business. Just like when I started saying, I went down to the beach and I was seeing all the Hispanic people. They out there selling food. They got their ice cream trucks out there. They riding the bicycles, selling ice cream and popsicles and shit on the beach. Then they have the restaurant on the beach where it's owned by a Mexican. They ice cream trucks pulling up. Black people, when I tried to go, and I went out there, and they didn't say anything to me when I was selling little candy. When I just had little boxes of candy, they didn't say anything. But when I put up me a tent out there, and I started selling beach products, the little blow-up things, and they was already blown up to where, and the cute little things that go for the beach, they sent the police to me. Told me I needed a license, a business license. This is what happened to me. I needed a business license. When I went down there to get the business license, at this time, I was on public assistance. I was on the fucking county. I couldn't afford the business license. The business license was $250 or $350 to get a business license, to be down there to sell something on a beach that was given to us by the Most High God. Who told these people? That's what fucking makes me mad. Who told them? Who gave these people the authority to claim land as theirs? Who? So when I couldn't afford to go to sell at the beach, but it pissed me off to see all of these motherfucking Mexicans on bicycles that they done made ice cream fucking containers, put ice cream freezers and shit. They riding around selling ices and chips and all of that shit. So the city councilor, I lived directly across the street from Martin Luther King Park. I went there and talked to, at the time, it was the councilman. And him and my father were good friends. So he wrote up a personal license for me to be able to sell at Martin Luther King Park. But the only days I couldn't sell anything was on Saturday and Sunday, because those are the days that the Mexicans have the park. And me being very creative, I could have started, I wanted my own business. I just wanted to be able to have a space. Just a space to where so many things that I did, so many, where I would have been providing for my community. And I watched other races, Mexicans, Chinese, Indians, come in my neighborhood, get loans, get help from government assistance to open their own business. It's like this world is fucked up and the black people are targeted. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not a dumb motherfucker. I may not have my high school diploma, and I'm glad that I don't. I'm so happy that I don't have a general education on dumb shit, teaching us to be stupid like them. They say we're stupid. They're teaching us stupidity. They're teaching us that fucking a pledge allegiance to the flag bullshit. Where's the help for us? I wanted to open my own business. If I could have opened my own business, it would have been a business with different things inside that one business, because I'm so fucking creative. And I watch my family members who's under the spell of them white motherfuckers. The money and shit that they got, they never put it into doing something for their black community. I wanted to have my own business where people can come in and interact with me and I can help them, whether it's now spiritually. When I was selling, things I painted, statuary, art, And it's like everything that me myself is always somebody else getting a portion of what you work hard for. It makes me mad when I have to go to the store. There's no black stores in my city. Well, not in my city, in my neighborhood. I wanted my own business. And that's why I'm just sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. They'll tell you to go. I'm glad I didn't, I was looked down upon because I didn't go and get the degrees. And I didn't get this and that. Well, you got the degrees. What is them degrees doing for you? Are you owning your own business, or you got a degree and you still working for somebody else? And if you got them degrees and you opened a business, who do you have working for you? Who are you trying to help? Right now, this is making me so mad. Right now, I wanna open a particular business. That will help people in my community. I want to make them a believer and understand and heal. I want to teach them things, what I've learned, because they've been whitewashed. But to own what the thing I want, it takes, you have to have a lot of money to do it. And I can't say what it is, because why do you hear it? And they'll take my idea. Hold on. Excuse me. Y'all just don't know. This shit, it really, like, it makes me mad. I'm 59 years old. My identity was stolen from me when I was 22. And from then, they put like a strike, some sort of red flag on me to where I couldn't get hired because somebody had the same exact names. Somebody had the same first and last name as me, same month, same year, 8 days different. And she was a crackhead. She was a crackhead. And I got arrested because we had the same name. And by me being arrested at one time, hello. Oh, excuse me, y'all. But it's this is pain that I went through in the past, and it's like reliving it. I can try to stop crying, but everything that I'm saying was hurtful. Somebody had the same first, last name as me. Both of our birthdays was the same, except her birthday was the 20th and mine is the 28th. We was born the same year. She lived in a different city. She opened bank accounts in my name, or whatever she did. When I went to go and open a bank account, it was so weird because somebody had just came in probably like 2 hours before me, and I seen my name written in that book. It wasn't my signature, but it was the same name. And I didn't, pay it no attention. So I don't know if this person was actually living in the same city as me when I was 22. From that point on of me getting arrested, them coming to my house, handcuffing me because me and my son father had got into it, and this is what's basically telling me to do this video, because I was being in a spiritual war. Maybe my ancestors coming through with that I's been. I heard that. I've been in a spiritual war since I was 22, now that I'm thinking about it. And this spiritual war has come from family, it's come from boyfriends, it's come from the system, it's come from neighbors, co-workers. I just been being attacked all my life. And the crazy thing is, now that I'm thinking about it, that's when it was prophesied to me that I was chosen. And I didn't know what that meant. Chosen. I just, thought it was because I sung with my family, that I'm supposed to sing with my family, that I was chosen to sing. But I didn't know what I know now. And to me, a lot of the stuff they teach us in the Bible is to hurt us, for us to bow down to the hurt that's being caused and sent to us. So at the age of 22, my identity, that's when I found out. And I stayed in jail for one night. My dad came and got me out the next day. He had to put up, see, this is how the system steals your property. They want to go after your biggest assets. Thank you, Holy Spirit. They want to go after your biggest assets. Your house. Your house. Or whatever that you have of value. My daddy had to put it up just in case I don't come back to court. He had to put $500,000 up. For me. Never been arrested, never been to jail. Now, if I was an unruly child or somebody was guilty and I didn't come back, my father would lose his house. You see how simple it is for them to take away something that your family worked hard for. In reality, I shouldn't have had to go and do no business or pay a white man to give them some of the money off of what I make by renting a space from them. My father left me and my siblings property to where if we wanted to turn our house into our house and a business, we could. If we wanted to grow our own food, we could. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying? They'll take away your house, and then you can't grow your own fruits and vegetables. You have to go to the grocery stores, who is ran by the white man, that sprays your food with chemicals, that produces your food products with chemicals in it, deadly dyes and shit that's giving you cancer, diabetes, everything what's going on with you. Every sickness, illness, and disease is coming from the white man. And yeah, some of you that's watching, those are some of your uncles, the Caucasian people that's a part of my collective. Those are some of your nasty ass uncles. Some of you, your grandfathers. It's been war on my kind, and I'm just exposing the experience. The white man came in and manipulated my brother with a lot of their made money. See, my brother took that because his skills, his talent that God gifted him with, he basically sold his soul to drugs. And what I think that, I keep jumping around because I'm thinking of different things as I'm speaking. When I'm talking about black people owning their own shit, maybe we need to start that up again. We need a Black Wall Street. Shit. We need black people, black leaders that's going to help us open our own businesses. And the main business that I want to open, it costs a lot of money. Because for one, I want it to be something beautiful. I want it to be luxurious for the people who deserves it and who wants it. And you will have to pay to come in. Okay? Confirmation. And that's what I wanted to do with my father's house. and I made a mistake and said it what I was gonna do on my channel that finally ended up getting removed from Facebook. You know, those the social media people, it ain't not one black person that owns a social media platform. You may think a black person. No, I looked it up. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. But all of these major platforms, they're either by Chinese or white people. Indian people. But it ain't no black. It's like no space for black people. What the fuck? And then when you ask for donations to help you get your business started, or you want to GoFundMe to help you get a business started, don't nobody help you. Don't nobody help you. Oh, but you can, somebody else can, you know, what really pisses me off from what I see in my neighborhood, and I live in Long Beach, so I can talk shit, because Long Beach is they got money, but they ain't gonna help no black person. Only time you really see the black communities, the businesses come out, is when it's the Martin Luther King parade. And then I think it's a fee to participate in something that's black, that's really black owned, but the white man has got his hand in it some sort of way. Oh, you got to pay to march down these streets on this day. Well, we got to pay people. They got to move. You got to pay to park here. You got to pay to be a vendor in this event that's for your people. The city is always going to get their portion. And these is these rich motherfuckers that don't need the money, and they're taking what little money we can scrap together to try to sell our little products. That's why they skin catching on fire, motherfuckers. That's why they burning up and blistering. That's why them beautiful blue eyes that they have, they can't see in the sun. They can't look at the sun. They can't stand brightness. It burns them up, literally. And so nowadays, we have the descendants of the slaves and the descendants of the slave owners. Right? That's these yeah. The descendants of the slave owners is the ones that's running around here now. Driving in nice Teslas. The MAGA shit. Basically, the MAGA, instead of them walking around wearing the hooded caps, they wearing the red caps. And I believe that red represents their blood. You know, they keep it in the family. They think they're so pure that nobody else, they don't want nobody else, we don't want none of that. I was with a white boy one time. I think I was like 24, and I was with a white boy. He did it for everyone. That white boy, I got a he gave me tattoos. Y'all want to see? My legs ashy. I ain't gonna show it. But my white boy, he gave me this tattoo, and it's of Winnie the Pooh. He fucked like a rabbit. What the fuck? I mean, fuck real fast. Like how you see dogs fuck and rabbits fuck. That's how fast he fucked. I ain't never wanted a white boy since. I was 24 and I'm 59 and ain't never had one. I don't see how my niece married one. And she ended up mysteriously dying. I kept saying, you know, I'm not racist. I've had racist shit done to me. So you take it as that. So I'ma just, you know, while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I'm gonna pull a few cards. Just like when the white man came in and stole, he basically manipulated my brother, who's younger than me, into selling the house. I don't understand how he did it. Probably because my brother is a junior. Some sort of way they manipulated paper. The courts wouldn't look at me bringing in that I have been paying the mortgage since my father's death. My brother was actually in prison when my father passed away. He got out. He got an attorney. I did the house. I didn't want to sell it. I wanted to turn it into a family business, and he wanted the money and he sold it. Yes, I took loans off of the house, but the loans that I was taking off of the house, I was getting work done on the house. My brother, he sold the house some sort of way. Next thing I know, I was getting an eviction. He got the deed some sort of way. I guess because I didn't pay the taxes on the house, but I was paying the insurance, I was paying the mortgage. I was new to all of that, about learning about property. I didn't know anything. And him being a criminal, he got with some white people, some sort of something, crooked shit, forged something or something. And then when I went to court, and the judge, you know, they got our people that's working in the system. That's the coons. She was a coon. And she seen me come in with my folder. I guess I should have said I was representing myself, but they told me I need an attorney. But the crazy thing is, she took my paperwork, but they told me I need an attorney. So then I went to try to get an attorney. The attorney was charging $5,000, which I didn't have. Okay. And then that's how they're all in cahoots. See, the judge gonna get paid, the attorney gonna get paid, because they know it has something to do with property. You see where I'm going? The judge getting paid. The court's getting paid. Okay? The mortgage company getting paid. The bank getting paid. The house insurance getting paid. Okay? I'm paying all of that is the reason why I can't afford an attorney to try to save my father's house. And then it takes my crackhead brother and some crooked shit then the real estate guy told me I was jealous of him. Now, Kirk, I did my own investigation on the real estate company that sold my daddy's house. He did some crooked shit. He sold it and he resold it. He resold it and resold it under different names. But then, come to find out, when I did my own Google research on him, I found out that he got into real estate because his father was into real estate. And his father was an old crow, crony white man. And guess what? His company, the company that his father owned, somebody put a bomb in that motherfucker. Because he stole somebody's house and he sold it. He did some illegal shit to somebody's house and they blew his ass up. He didn't get blowed up, but his business did. So then he opened another business under another name. See, and just started did some more shit. It's like they can use their name and they don't get caught. They don't get told on. The same shit what's going on with the baby Nolan. Say his name, Nolan Wells. Same thing. They needed a sacrifice. Wow. As soon as I split the deck, it's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. 3 of Swords. This could be, we could switch it around. A lot of them white people is breaking black people's hearts. Taking their property, taking their money, giving us medicine that's making us worse. They doing that to everybody. I'm not, I'm speaking from my point of view. Now, you could be going through the same thing or suffering from the same thing. And you could be Hispanic, you could be an Indian. But when I'm pointing from, Hispanics, you have your own businesses, you have grocery stores and shit. Indians, you have the church's chickens and the gas stations and shit. The Chinese people have the gas stations and the grocery stores and the little marts and shit. And the hair, the beauty supplies and all of that. And black people, we're surviving off of basically our food, what we cook. And then the white people will come in and take it and run with that. They'll sell soul food. You got Chinese people open up soul food restaurants, but it ain't no black people working in there. Whose soul is you feeding? Oh, so we cook their soul food, and then next thing we know, we take their soul, and their soul gonna be going to our beauty supply store. Ha ha. Okay, so I'ma just shuffle a few cards and see. For the collective, you can be black, you can be any race other than white for this to resonate with. And some of you, you may be white and you may still resonate with this shit because you may be somebody who laid down with a black man and now they looking down on you because you didn't, or a black man or a Mexican man, or you're not with the white. So you may resonate. They may do this shit to you. It's some systematic fucked up shit. Queen of Swords out here. I guess I'm telling the truth. Somebody, you know, there is, damn. So, what comes out, a lot of jealous, envious energy. Somebody is reading some shit out of an ancient book. This some cult shit. Cult shit over everybody that's in the United States that's not white. Real shit. Some brotherhood shit. And you know, they don't want they women to say nothing. Even though that's why a lot of them Karens that you see, you know, them white ladies you see that's just out there just nosy, the ones, the HOAs and all of them, the ones that's, you know, telling black people or Indian people, or, you know, just telling them to go back. And those Karens that's been getting fucked up and shit, you know what's really I'ma just break it down. They're inbreeds. Okay? They can't take shit. Something is psychologically wrong with them. The sun is really fucking them up. Have you noticed that the hotter it gets, the crazier they are? Just all up in other people's business, walking past your house, knowing good and well they don't have no reason to be coming to your door, telling you can't water your grass at a certain time, it's against the HOA. Fuck that HOA shit, man. Don't get in that HOA shit. They stole my daddy's house and they done turned that motherfucker into an Airbnb. I be wanting to go by there and tell them, boy, I know y'all seeing my daddy's spirit up in this motherfucker. I know they is. I know he mad. And I know he's haunting the shit out of my brother. And I know he's haunting the shit out of that white man. And back to what I was telling about this man who stole my daddy's house. And somebody blew up his father's business. Okay. Now, that's the one that told me I was jealous. A real estate man told me I was jealous of him. Because he was driving a Tesla. Then the next time he came, he drove up in some brand new nice silver truck like a F-150 or something. Making money off of what my daddy worked at the city of Long Beach for. Bought the property. Our house was the only house that was, my mama picked our house. The house was for sale somewhere else. We lived on the east side. The house that my mama had, the house that my mama wanted, my daddy told her, we finna go find you a house. And my mama was pregnant. This was in 1975. I remember. I was born. And my mama seen the house that she wanted, but she didn't want to live in that neighborhood because that neighborhood was the white folks' neighborhood. And my daddy had a good ass job. So she said, okay, I want that one. daddy bought the house, had the house moved on one of them wide loads, had it set it right where it sits today. So basically, it makes me feel like the white man, well, he took that house from over there on Eucalyptus Street and put it over there on Lemon, and we're just gonna, since he took a piece of us and put it over there in that ghetto ass energy over there with them black folks, we gonna do everything we can to wear it in back up in our hands again. That's the way I see it. My daddy worked hard, real hard, had a good ass job, left us a house, and my brother allowed the white man to come and manipulate him into kicking me out because he was on drugs and he wanted some quick money. As far as I heard, he's homeless. He may not be, I don't know. Because I'm seeing narcissist. That's the motherfuckers that's running the country. These King of Swords energy. Alexa, what zodiac sign is President Trump?
President Donald Trump's zodiac sign is Gemini.
Thank you. See? Confirmation.
You're welcome. Happy to help with the zodiac info.
Now, I'm going to let her tell you something. This is the King of Swords who came out. The President of the fucking United States is a King of Swords in reverse. Alexa, explain what a King of Swords in reverse is in tarot. The negative side of
a reversed king in tarot flips the usual upright vibe. Instead of strong, fair leadership, it points to blocked authority, selfish drive, or a cold, overly rigid mindset. It can mean the king's focus is only on personal gain, lacking empathy and using power manipulatively. Reversals generally show the shadow side, a weakness, imbalance, or delayed expression of the card's core energy.
Thank you. Now,
you got it.
That is description of the President of the United States, right? She just gave.
The reversed king tarot meaning describes general traits, not specific individuals. It represents potential imbalances in leadership qualities like fairness, communication, and ethical use of authority.
Thank you. If he was upright.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, and with this being here, and then this cult energy, this is the leader, and this is the people that works in the background. These are the people that are they have monitoring spirits. They monitor you. They're watching you online. They listen to you on your phones. They're all in your bank accounts, how you make your money, your business, and all of that. And this is who. See him up on that podium up there? This is some cult shit. And they're targeting the people who ain't like they are. But they're majorly targeting black people, but other races, are being affected, even their own. And see, thank you, Spirit. The energy of being publicly recognized is in reverse. Some of you, many of you, you're supposed to have your own business, but you just can't afford it. You've been shut down. Not allowed in, barred out. Oh, I got a special deck. Oh, hold up. I got a deck I gotta use. 15:55 when I stop the clock. Okay, this card that just came out, I got to go to this deck right here. See, some of you, you're supposed to be seen in the public eye. Whether it's happening in your own business, whether you're online doing something, but you may feel that everything you try to do, somebody don't want you to be seen. And that's what I'm saying. This person or these people, they're being led by one person that don't want you to be seen. It's like they want you to be in the shadows, and he's giving instructions to these motherfuckers. The police department wearing these hooded capes, the judges, confirmation, the lawyers, the doctors, okay, the Elon Musk's people, the scientists, people, these secret society. And the reason for some of you, a lot of you are spiritual. And it's like the evil eye versus the all-seeing eye. That's these motherfuckers. They want to see everything. But a lot of you that's spiritual, you're awakening. Haven't you noticed? It's like you start a business. It's blockages. They, it's like, see how she's holding this book. Somebody done wrote down a book of fucking manipulation. Like the Jim Crow shit is if that's his right funky ass name, y'all know who I'm talking about. They following him. They reading some shit out of his book, and they're just, it's like they're with the manipulation. He's reading this shit to the people that's in this cult. He's telling them what they supposed to do, how they supposed to do. He's teaching them to keep the black people down. He's teaching them to look at you funny. And then this is where I'm saying, where it's other parts where it's not only white people doing this to people. Some of this shit is rubbing off on other races that even has anything to do, or they want to be white, or they wish they can be white, or they're trying to follow that white bullshit. These are the people that when real black people walk in their store, they look at you like this. That's because somebody done told them to do that. They're being taught to hate, to hold us back. Confirmation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And maybe I need to, you know, with this karmic circus shit, yeah, they will constantly promote the videos when I'm saying it's a man fucking a woman up or beating her up or being mean to her or spitting in her face. Oh, those videos have thousands of views on them. But when I'm out here telling the energy of, you know, positive things, they ain't gonna, because a lot of the readings tell what the dark shit is going on, and you may be just thinking it's like your family, but it's these motherfuckers that got your family this way. The reason you and your family ain't getting along is because of money problems. The reason you and your family ain't getting along is because somebody lost a property or lost some homes behind this fucking white people. The reason why your business didn't go forth is because there's some reason how you against somebody of your same race. They don't want us to work together. Every other race work together. They live together. They living in these big mansions and shit. You got black people that got good jobs. All they doing with their money is making reality shows and shit. They'll keep it in their own city, not expanding. It's just selfish people. Just because you got a lot of money, you still ain't shit. You still work for the devil. And the one who created the money is the devil. Who created money? Alexa, who created money?
Money's origins are pretty fascinating. It developed gradually in ancient civilizations around 3000 BC, starting with commodity exchanges like livestock and grain. Mesopotamia was one of the first to use commodity money on a large scale. Over time, societies created standardized forms like coins and paper money to make trade easier. Want to learn more about how Mesopotamia specifically used commodity money and developed early banking systems?
No, I want to know who created the dollar bill.
The modern $1 bill is printed by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, a U.S. government agency that produces all Federal Reserve notes. It was first issued in 1862 as a legal tender note featuring Treasury Secretary Salmon P. Chase, and the design we see today dates to 1963.
Thank you. So Chase is the one who created the dollar bill?
Salmon P. Chase wasn't the sole creator, but as Secretary of the Treasury in 1861, minus 1,864, he authorized the first greenback dollar notes, and his portrait was used on the 1862 $1 bill. Want to learn about how the actual design of the dollar bill evolved over time?
No, thank you.
Alright, sounds good.
Now.
Got it.
That's who I bank with. How many out there in the collective, your bank account is with Chase? He was the person who created the dollar. So, he had to be the devil. Alexa, did you say...
I didn't say anything recently. What were you expecting to hear?
Did you say Norman P. Chase created the dollar bill?
No, I didn't say that. Salmon P. Chase was the Treasury Secretary who authorized the first greenback dollar notes in 1862, and his portrait was on that first $1 bill. But he wasn't the sole creator of the dollar bill. Want to know about how the dollar bill's design has changed since that first version with Chase's portrait?
Who was the sole creator of the dollar bill?
There isn't a single creator of the dollar bill. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing has produced and designed it since 1877, and the first 1862 greenback was
Alexa,
authorized
stop.
by Treasury.
Who suggested the dollar bill to be created? Alexa, who suggested the dollar bill to be created?
The U.S. dollar's origins trace back to the founding fathers who wanted to establish a national currency based on the Spanish silver dollar. In 1784, Thomas Jefferson played a key role in advocating for a standardized money unit. The Coinage Act of 1792 officially established the U.S. dollar as the country's standard unit of money.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just trying to prove a point to you.
What point are you trying to prove?
Alexa, I'm not talking to you. Thank you.
I'm here.
I'm just proving.
Got it. You're on the move.
What I'm trying to say is those two names was Benjamin Franklin a slave owner?
Yes, Benjamin Franklin did own slaves early in his life, starting around 1735. He owned as many as 7 slaves at one point, and even ran ads for slave sales in his newspaper. However, his views evolved over time.
Was Samuel Chase a slave owner?
Yes, Samuel Chase owned enslaved people, around 15 during his tenure on the Supreme Court, even though he was opposed to slavery on religious grounds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, that just proved my point right there. Those two names came up with the money situation. Benjamin Franklin and Samuel Chase. And Benjamin Franklin picture is on I think the $20 bill. Let's see. What dollar bill is Benjamin Franklin on? Is it the 100?
Getting that
Benjamin's
from
the
YouTube.
100s. The 100. Okay. Now, you see how that's slavery tactics. His picture, you're basically paying. You getting $100 for his ugly ass picture. His picture is worth $100. Do you understand? They created it, created the money where we were using livestock. They used us as livestock. Things that we naturally can do that's creative. This is why they created money, because with money, if they can put a value on the money, they could have you to do shit for free, basically. The black people knew how to build houses where they could have got a lamb, got turkeys, or whatever the livestock was to feed their families and stuff, and be nourished and cooked and food and all of that. But they created the dollar bill. Okay. Who is Samuel Chase?
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, okay. See, these motherfuckers. See, it's their descendants that still got us under slavery. Samuel Chase, the signers of the Declaration of Independence, slave owners. And they just taught that slavery to their descendants. So on. You just keep doing this, and the money will grow. And you could just go here and you can just print some more money. You know, you can print some more. You got the special key to go here and go up in there and just print you out a few 100,000. Print you out a few millions. That's why they're able to drive in them nice fancy cars, go to the highest paid schools, live in the nice condos and shit, own property and all of that shit. Because they people is the one who made money. So basically, we're still slaves, y'all.
A Wiki Video Documentaries production.
We're still under slavery attack. I know this a long video, but hey, this deck right here. Okay, let's mix them up. So we know that they've been reading something out of a book, and also they'll tell, you know, they got black people thinking that reading cards and spirituality and all of that shit is the devil, but actually you're worshiping the devil. Now that I look at it, now that I see it, this is all shit they created. They created the church because they didn't like African spirituality. They switched over to Catholic, and all of that bullshit is demonic. That's why they play all of that. Let's listen to some Catholic music. Songs that they play in the Catholic churches.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's see. And don't that sound like some horror shit? And then it be sounding worse when some may say it sounds beautiful, but the energy I'm in, this shit sounds demonic to me. All they need to do is put some drums in the background. And you know how when you be watching the horror movies, watch this. Scary choir singing. Watch.
Getting that from YouTube.
It be like, huh, 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 huh. That ain't what I'm talking about. see if this is. Can't say that's bad, but y'all know the music I'm talking about. It be in the scary movies. It be in the scary, in the let me see, is this I don't see it. I can't find it. But you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, so it's that creepy ass choir music with some thumping beat to it. And they always use that kind of music. Okay, so you may be thinking that is good to listen to, and it could be some low vibrational shit. Because now that I'm older and I'm realizing that a lot of the shit that we think is right is actually wrong. The food that tastes good to us is bad. Yeah. They fool you into taking deals and shit. They make the deals sound good to you, and then you end up losing your shit. Okay. Breaking the mirage. There is no peace without war, and there is no turning back. No, no, no. There is no peace without war. So it's saying, you're gonna have to. We're gonna have to start standing up for ourselves, and there's no turning back. Burnt bridges out here, breaking the mirage. Clearing the mist, clearing the energy of the foes that's around. Yeah. Let me get back to my music, y'all. Yeah, this is a long video. I hope you smoking. I done smoked. But I'm gonna end it real quick. What else? So basically, Spirit is saying there is no peace without war. There's no turning back. Look, wow. See? It's time for us to break the chains. You are not my master. See? My rules, my life, I am unchained. Benjamin Franklin and Chase. Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill. They're reminding you. So Holy Spirit, what should the collective do? The ones that's going through this economical suicide, what is the advice? Can I get 3 cards for the advice for the collective? Okay, Holy Spirit. 3. country came out sideways, and coming to the light came out. Some of you are unaware the reason why you can't move or you can't go is because they barred us. They don't want us in their shit. So this is where we need to get our own shit, buy our own land, and only if you're a black person and you're wealthy and you have money, buy up a bunch of land. Okay, buy up some acres of land, and only sell to people of color. Black people. I don't mean to sound racist, but we need our own. No Hispanics, no Asians, no Indians. Black people that are on the right shit. See, because they barred your kind from them, so it's time that we bar them. Open the gates to the black people that you know is doing, they got good jobs and shit. Okay. They may not have a good job. They may have a business. They may own their own business, or they're trying to do something. Don't bar your own. Give them a chance. You know, I'm not saying not to make no rules and regulations, but you know, where they're saying there is no peace without war, we can have peace without war if we come from among them. That's what I just heard. It ain't no turning back. You're not my master. My life, my rules. Have our own shit. Our own police department that's black. Our own judges that's black. Our own doctors that's black. Not none of the blacks that's whitewashed. No coons that go by their religious Christian stuff. No, none of that. No cult shit. None of that. Just decent black community where we have the stores in that place is black owned. The businesses in that place is owned. And then get together and make it, call it, give it a name. Where it's ours, since they want us to get away. Buy up a big ass, you know, a lot of you black people that own businesses and own properties out there should get together and buy up a whole bunch of land. Not back south either. We don't want to go back there. Because that's where a lot of the racial hate is. So let them come to a place, the people from the south that's not on that bullshit with them. Have a place out here in somewhere not back south where people can buy their own property. And then we have our own police force that's watching to make sure that the jealous white people that's out there, that they can't come in and throw no bombs. They can't do nothing. Have our own military, all of everything. Now that you know who's they're still controlling you with their money. See, if we can, you know, some sort of way have our own black state, and then build off of our black state and just leave out all of that South Carolina shit, that Georgia, I'll leave all of that shit and come to this black state. And all black people get together and pull together. and don't bring the violence with you. I don't believe it'll be as much violence if you're giving these people a chance. See, a lot of black people is doing rebellious shit because a lot of doors have been slammed in their face. I myself know for a fact that I've seen some talented motherfuckers that then went on a rampage because they was barred. Okay? They couldn't get in. They couldn't get in the club of the narcissistic, lying, manipulative, evil, projecting energy, projecting their energy. And it ain't no turning back. A lot of you already on that journey. You want to go. You don't want to turn back. Fire. They burnt our shit down. Yeah, black people, we just need to stick together. So, some of you don't, with the coming to the light in reverse, maybe they're not aware. No justice, no peace without war. And I'm not saying to go out there and do nothing low down and dirty like them. It's a lot of creative black motherfuckers I know. I know a lot. If I had the money, I would open up I would buy a big ass like a mall and build houses on top of them malls, like apartments on top of them houses on that mall. And then I would give people that I would rent it to people who wants to start their own businesses, whether you're a hairstylist, whether you do nails, whether you fix on cars, or you fix appliances, or you've worked for these businesses and you know you're handy with it and you know what you're doing. It won't be no laws in there. The only thing will be said is these people are not licensed, so you're going to them at your own risk. And that's helping everybody. You know, nowadays you got to have a license to do this. You got to have a license to do that. You got to have this and you got to have that. And it's a lot of people suffering because Benjamin Franklin and Samuel Chase created that fucking money. So all I'm saying is to you collective, no matter what race you are, the government is still attacking, but they're targeting black people, and your race is getting kind of drug in with what's happening to us, and they turning you against us. And we ain't done nothing but support your stores, to where we done supported y'all so much that we ain't got our own shit. And I feel it's time for that to happen. I think we need our own shit. We was born in the United States. The United States need to give us our own land. And they shouldn't have, we should get the shit for fucking free. Because they grandkids getting it for free. They grandkids ain't got all of them fucking fake ass. I could do the same thing. If I wanted to fool some people, I can print me out, go right to the print store and print out some awards and buy some stamps and put all sorts of awards and shit behind my wall. You know what I mean? Fool people. You go into some doctors who got them doctored up documents, then went and bought a bunch of gold stickers from Staples or Office Depot and stuck them on some shit and stuck them up on the wall, and you going in there trusting the motherfuckers. All up in the police stations, they got pictures and shit where they ain't learning shit. Police is a game. We're systematically attacked. We're attacked in our own neighborhoods. Confirmation. And if they want to get rid of us so much, why don't they just give us our fucking reparations? And let us give us a whole bunch of land to where we can have our own shit, to where we don't even need to come out and visit y'all. We can stay in our own shit. We can reunite with our families that was torn apart and shit. Give us a whole state to ourselves. Call it Black America. We was born here. Black America. Our own shit. Where we can build. We can build our own houses. We got motherfuckers that's black that do all sorts. We got plumbers, we got doctors, we got lawyers, we got mechanics, we have engineers, bakers, cookers, people who cook, chefs. We got all that. Just give us our own land for what was taken from us. We don't want to live close to no water and shit like y'all do. When them hurricanes and shit flooding out, no, just give us our land. Yeah. So, you know, maybe somebody out there, you went through the same shit I went through. I'm speaking from personal shit. So before you go jumping off in the comments saying no, I'm speaking from personal. This shit happened to me. So, and don't be calling me no puppy dog. I heard you, motherfucker. Talk about my puppy dog ponytails. Yeah, Auntie wants to start her own business. I can't afford it. It's and what I want to do, I can't do it at my place. I need my own space. I need my own space. I need my own space, ancestors. Oh, I need my own space. I need my own space. Put that in the comments. Confirmation, bell. I need my own space, Holy Spirit. We need our own space. Put it in the comments. We need our own space. You are not my master. My life, my rules. So, collective, if any of this resonated with you, drop a comment in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.